Hello, my beautiful people. This is episode 13, in which I do arty stuff, but completely unrelated to Leopold and Brink. It was art created as a kind of regression therapy slash relaxing slash getting over the election of that dude in 2016. So a lot of this stuff happened, pretty much almost all of it was created during 2018. And it's all video game sandbox stuff, mostly from the game No Man's Sky, which I just started playing that year and went. I spent a lot of hours in there relaxing. That doesn't mean what it sounds like. Okay, so I got like my images I'm going to pop up there here on my computer, so I'm going to like look this way for a bit and then I'll describe it. All right, so how that played out was, I was a big video game nerd when I was 12 and 13 at the bowling alley, and Don Carter's in Miami, in Kendall, Florida. But that was like all stand-up arcade stuff. Like Asteroids was my favorite. Oh, maybe it's just the best. Really good training. I don't know what to even call that skill, but like learning how things connect from different dimensions was incredibly helpful. Anyway, I loved it and was good at it. So Tron was there. Oh, that silly cartoon game that you paid like $1, just an obscene amount. Oh yeah, Dragon's Lair. Is that what it's called, Charlie? Yeah. Yeah. Got a thumbs up from Charlie. Anyway, it was on that era, like 81, 2, 3. Because Asteroids came out in 79. Anyway, whatever. I didn't game at all after that for some reason. I was busy with the film thing. But like I had an Atari, in the 70s, and then nothing until PlayStation 1 or 2. Like I had no experience with the Nintendo. I watched people play Mario Brothers. Anyway, in when was that? 2013. That was a sad year for me. And these two, sister and her boyfriend, started playing Pokemon Go. Is that the year?
I don't remember what year it was. A long time ago.
Well, they start playing like a
Mobile
game, and I was so jealous because it looked so fun and relaxing. And so that's when I picked up that game I've been playing since, like for 7 or 8 years. Insane. Anyway, well, that's just like a half-hour distraction every day. But I did spend more time with that over the years, but control it now, I swear. What the fuck am I talking about? Video games. Oh, right. Charlie, Joanne's boyfriend, is like a gamer. Like his life is, he's done a lot of time with games and he's great at it. We have a cool game collection, and we're all into it. But like he got us way into it. So that's what it was in 2013. I'd never even heard of. I'm sure I'd heard of Minecraft, but I never touched it or played it. But the cool thing about that game for anybody of any age is who's a creative is you can do so much in it. It's fun. It's like it's fun to get lost there. It's very relaxing, and the music is phenomenal. But when you start getting into the building thing, I've never been a fan of people that build like pixel recreations of things, because though that's impressive and incredible and unbelievably time consuming, it's not that hard, right? But I've watched some like YouTube videos of people that create like real beautiful immersive like character level houses and furniture and all the stuff, and I was like, wow, this is so creative, and I got into it. I'm not going to show any of that because it's such a pain in the ass to pull it off, and I never really went crazy with it, but I did spend a lot of time. It was a lot of fun. Anyway, in No Man's Sky, I found a community. There was a bunch of communities. So No Man's Sky, if you aren't familiar with it, is like a space sci-fi game where you start out on a planet and you have a busted spaceship, and your job is to repair your spaceship so you can blast off the planet and start your whole super convoluted adventure. The storyline is nuts, but it's nice. And so this company, Hello Games, British company, made this. Oh shit! What is it called? Charlie, what's that word?
Oh.
like when it creates itself.
Procedural.
Procedural. Yeah, right. A procedural game where it kind of, what is it? It creates it as you encounter it, or it creates it as as it loads and.
Well, like Minecraft, you're talking?
No. No Man's Sky.
Yes, the procedural generation basically just means that there's a formula under the hood that can take a seed,
Right.
usually a big long number, or
Well, that's like Minecraft too.
yeah, like Minecraft
Yeah, okay,
is
right,
the same way, and based on that number, put your coordinates in,
Right.
and then generate the world based just on that information. The same way every time. So it doesn't have to have ahead of time created every world.
Right.
As soon as you go to as soon as someone goes to these coordinates,
Right.
the
Right,
map
okay, right.
says this is what you'll see.
But it also
here.
kind of invents it anew based on a new seed, right?
Yeah, if you give it
Right.
a new seed, I don't.
Or you just like start the random game. Oh, you're saying that all the seeds were already created?
Well, for No Man's Sky, there's probably a seed for standard mode. That's the seed that everybody gets, I think.
Really? Oh, right, because we're in the same. Right, that's another cool thing. Is it's a multiplayer game, and only until recently can you do cross-platform. But you occupy the same universe, right? And so you can visit. So like, I would build a base or this or whatever, and people can come check it out. And now we can like see each other and interact, and it could be cross-platform, which is really cool. But back then it was like, you're on the PlayStation, you go to PlayStation World. There's a creative world, that's the creative universe. There's the normal world, and it's just constantly put stuff up. But yeah, like what was it, like some 13 trillion planets, or it's some insane number,
It's,
right?
it's probably a number that's theoretically related to the biggest number they can.
Right.
So
So like, it's just, you start on one planet, but it's at least it's a galaxy? No, it's a universe, right?
you're trying to get to the center of the universe, yeah, I guess.
Right.
But I don't know if they do.
No,
They don't really do.
It's just like solar systems.
Yeah, they don't really do like galaxy clusters.
Right.
and that kind of stuff, so.
Right. Okay. Well, anyway, when I first got in there, I wasn't part of this building community, so I was just playing around, and I think this Tintin project was my first build. I thought it was cool. It's you're very limited as a builder. It's slightly easier now, but it was such a pain in the ass to manipulate objects. And I've never been one of those people that can like very cleverly, use a box to create a car out of assembling it just perfectly. That's a whole nother art form that I'm just not that good at. But I do like to kind of create scenes or towns or this kind of that. Anyway, Tintin is the French comic book, Tintin. Okay. Then there's, just simple stuff. So like, you can, through some glitching, move some of these objects. Like these two dudes are created out of like pre-built rooms that are kind of glitched, or they're using those, like the things off her head. You can come out of the room with one of those and then put one of the things and take that away, and it'll stay, anyway. Oh, here's a joust. Oh, okay, so that was a good time because this I created, the joust, as part of this building community. There's tons of, spacefaring organizations that have like claimed parts of the No Man's Sky universe. And I don't remember the name of the group I was in, but it was really dedicated builders, and it was so fun. And the leader of the group came up with the idea of doing like a movie-based, I guess, galaxy, right? So like all the planets in this area, we all kind of randomly went to them and put cool builds based on a movie we liked, and we talked to each other about who was doing what, or we didn't, and just made two different completely wild things. Oh, it wasn't just movie, it was like TV movie. Anyway, any kind of stuff. So like, here's like a Flintstones build I did. I think you can see, I'll run through some images till you get it. Oh, this is so hard, and I don't know if it reads, but here's Alien. Here's the ship, the crashed ship. And I didn't get a picture of it before that base got destroyed. Oh, that's another thing. So Hello Games, in those early years, would recreate the universe for whatever, because they introduced a new feature or whatever they were doing, but it would wipe all of our builds. And it was, it was so painful because we'd lose all these. For some reason, they kind of stayed, but they were either like embedded in the middle of the planet and you couldn't get to it or whatever. But like you know, I can't visit this alien crash ship anymore. Before that happened, I forgot to get pictures on the inside and made this great, like the pilot. Anyway, yeah, okay. So here is, what else is there? A Wizard of Oz build, a Mad Max furry road, Planet of the Apes. Of course, oh, this is like before Avengers came out, so I was guessing who was going to be in the movie. Oh, this is one of my favorites. It's kind of subtle, but see if you can guess what it is, and I'll say in a second. Did anyone get John Carpenter's The Thing? That's the dog. Oh, here's the Shining house, the Overlook Hotel with the maze is in the back, and it's an actual maze made out of, you know, shrubs. Oh, here's World of Worlds, you know, any of them, but the Tom Cruise-y one, I guess. Here's a Scooby-Doo thing. Oh, so I got, you know, the more I kind of was part of this community, the more obsessive I got with doing games for everybody. And I really got into doing racetracks. And the Scooby-Doo is the beginning of one of the tracks. It had a lot of beginning builds. And then the tracks you can mark like the waypoints that you got to go through. And I don't have a picture of one of the vehicles you can race through it, but it's a really fun off-road kind of land speedery kind of vehicle. Oh, here's Thelma and Louise. Here is obviously Blade Runner. Oh, here's Bambi. This is one of the more popular ones I did. Of course, I did my little cousin was a fanatic for this movie when he was a kid. The Ecto-1 from obviously the Ghostbusters, the Batman. All right, so the only photos I'm seeing in here are Galaga video game. I showed you the Joust. Here is Fallout, sort of. Here is, oh, my favorite Atari game was Pitfall. Can you tell that it's Pitfall? Oh, and of course, I'm not even gonna say which Atari game this is. You gotta know it. And if you don't, someone in the comments tell me what this game is or was. And of course, I did a little homage to Minecraft, which I don't even remember any reaction to that whatsoever. It's like, so, I mean, it's too easy, but you know, it looked really cool in this space world. Oh, and there's some videos, right. So I started this with when you go through a teleporter to get around places, there's like space stations right off. Oh man, I don't have footage to show you like what the experience is like, but this is some other bases that were just kind of decorative. Oh no, that's what it was. These bases are, at some point I started what I called a galactic park. A galactic park service, and so I would make like a national park service. So I would make galactic parks all over the place, but kind of true to the environment that they were in. So this is I think this is the first one that gave me the idea, because that was just a random build. I was like, oh, this is cool because there's like a place on the bottom for picnicking maybe and hiking, and there's like a restaurant maybe in there, and you know, maybe a hotel, whatever. I called it like Running Man Galactic Park. And then this one was, I think this one was more like a resort. Oh no, this was a galactic park because the whole thing I'm standing on is like a giant rock that's floating. I think I got an image of that. I'll let it play out to see if I did. But you know, this one's more like lodges in this park. Okay. And then my Pride and Joy creation, which was so complicated to pull off because it's so difficult to move the little cubes and stuff. And this portrays what I was saying about Minecraft, in which people who just use the blocks to recreate pixels. You know, I'm kind of doing it here, but I was trying to get an organic shape with these, you know, cubes and pyramidal. How do you say pyramid? Oh, okay.
Pyramidal?
No, pyramid with AL at the end. Is it? It's a word, right?
Is it?
I don't know. What is it? What is a 3D triangle? What's that called?
I mean,
I've
with
become
3 sides?
so dumb, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, so have you.
Pyramidish.
Pyramidish. Obviously.
Pyramid-esque. Pyramidy.
Pyramidy. These little pyramidies. Anyway.
Oh, you wanted a noun. Never mind.
Well,
Pyramid!
I hope you enjoy what I call protogenia, which is a name I ripped off of my favorite philosopher, which I still haven't revealed the name of, but maybe that gives it away if you Google those letters. Anyway, I'm really proud of that because it's you know it's got pretty bad. All right, so that was like my final build, I guess, because I've been in there years and years and years. I haven't enough time to do that anyway. But it's a great game. It's not like a No Man's Sky promotional video, but it kind of also is. If you need to relax, if you like to build stuff, if you like to explore, it's just a chill, fun. I've never met anyone who does that. You know, there's a controversy when it first came out because like the trailer was promising all this stuff, and everybody got so angry that it wasn't in the game. But from day one, and I was an early user, I used it before 2008. I'm like, this is beautiful and gorgeous, and like, it's just, guys, why are you so full of testosterone? It just drives me crazy. Okay, so on that note, this was just oh man, it's still 16 minutes, 17 minutes, Christ. I'll see you next time. Thank you for hanging out. I hope some of that was fun. Just wanted to show you some other stuff I get up to as an artist. And I encourage you to also be that kind of artist because it covers all the bases. It's chill, it's like therapeutic, it's satisfying, and you know, if you're part of a community, it's like fucking fulfilling and what life's all about. So I love you guys, and I will see you next time.